And we're rolling. All right. Welcome back. This is episode number 10, which is a big milestone. Today we have my twin sister's ex-boyfriend.
I'm done.
A while ago. You gotta have it
closer.
Yeah, you have to have it pointed towards you. So, yeah, you like that. It's like a cardio mic. So yeah. But this is a wild episode. He's a good guy. Always liked him. They were dating for a while, so I actually became friends with him. Obviously, just what happens. And he's got
A lot to talk about.
Yeah, and he's got a lot to talk about. Recently, you become like a fucking triathlete. Like you've been running half marathons, all that shit.
I'm
Like
at 2 right now. I'm at 2. I'm doing a third this Saturday.
half marathon.
Yes.
Oh my.
Did a half marathon. That was 3 weeks ago. 13.1, obviously. And then last week it was almost a half. It was 10 miles. It was 10 miles, but it was the Mountain Goat downtown Cuse. A lot of hills. 10 times harder than my half marathon.
Because with hills, it's not like it's not a half marathon. It's more like a couple more miles on.
Miles 7 through 9 was straight uphill. So 2 miles was just straight uphill. It was brutal. But I ran 45 seconds per minute faster than my half.
I mean, dude, that's amazing. But like, I've seen like a lot of wildlife like rescues and shit like that, they say like out in nature, like when they say that they found a person 20 miles away, and realistically they probably went 80 miles. So when you go on the fucking hill, especially upstate New York or central New York, whatever, it's very very hilly. So how are you like recovering? Like, cause that's I mean, I texted you. I'm like, dude, you got to make sure you're recovering, right? Because plus if you're pushing yourself like that a lot, you're gonna get fucking rhabdo.
I'm still lifting too. That's the thing. I'm not just running. I'm still lifting, like 5-6 days a week. So it's brutal.
How much are you eating?
Just under 3,000. Just a little under 3,000.
Dude, you gotta be eating more.
It depends. It depends. So like race weeks, it goes up. But like when I'm not racing,
you're doing it smart.
Yeah. So when I'm not racing, I keep it like 28 to 29. It's slightly like, I don't know, it's probably a little bit under my maintenance. But then race week, I go up to like 3,500, especially like 3 days prior. I'm eating like so much pasta, rice, like it's insane.
You fucking need well, electrolytes too. Yeah. Do you have like like one of those like electrolyte things to drink?
A lot of liquid IVs the night before. Morning of, I usually just do a coffee, yogurt, granola, something simple, honey.
Oh, coffee though, just can't that fuck your stomach?
It's actually so I poop. It's to get me to poop before the race.
That's smart. That's smart.
But,
I've seen a lot of people who've done marathons and they piss and shit themselves.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet.
When are you planning on doing a marathon?
First marathon, September 6th.
Ooh.
Old Forge, New York.
Oh, so it's hilly.
Yeah, it's hilly.
It's very Old Forge, New York is very foresty, very hilly. Yes. You got to be careful you don't hurt yourself or twist an ankle or something like that.
That's the first of 2 I have planned so far. I have another one in October, the Great New York State Marathon. Both of them are Boston qualifiers.
What's Boston qualifiers?
Yeah, I'm trying to qualify for Boston.
What? So what pace do you have to get? Don't you have to get like
Boston,
a
sub 3 hours?
Yeah, I was about to say sub 3 hours.
So many people can do a sub 3 hour, which is insane. Like, I don't know if you understand how hard a sub 3 hour marathon is.
Those fucking Kenyans.
Nuts.
You ever see those Kenyans?
No, yeah.
The ones that they're at like a 5 minute pace.
Bro, they run 26 miles at 5 minute pace. It's insane.
But they also have just one.
The legs.
But they also have extremely. Well, you also see that they're paper thin. They're 100 pounds because
Notice their nose.
What?
Have you seen the noses? Weird.
Aerodynamic? I don't.
No, it's their nostrils. Have you noticed how big their nostrils?
Oh yeah. Well,
they can breathe. They have a higher VO2 max.
And also, they're so skinny. I've seen all of them. They're like extremely skinny. Well, if you want to be an ultra marathon or ultra runner, you have to be extremely skinny. Or you could be like someone like David Goggins, who was like 200 pounds. Yeah. But that really fucks your body up first of all, and then really hurt. I mean, it's always going to hurt in the end, but it hurts way more when you're running with 200 pounds of force than 100 pounds of force. Those Kenyan guys are 100, but even then, keeping up with a pace, they're fucking crazy. One of I think the world record runner of a marathon, he died in a car accident like last year, but he was fucking absurd. Like, so, but what are you doing for recovery if you're working out in between and like, I mean, you can't hit, I mean, you won't be hitting legs obviously after a marathon, and you can be hitting upper body, but even then, like you're going to have a higher risk of rhabdomyolysis. You know what rhabdo, like when you the protein that goes into your bloodstream from muscle breakdown.
Yeah.
Like what are you doing?
So we can run it through. Your recovery starts before the race. Starts with your food, your pre, post, all in the shoes. I spent like my last race, the Mountain Goat, because I realized after the first race, this is what I'm gonna start doing. And I was like, I loved it, enjoyed every minute of it. And my goal for that one was sub 2 hours for the first half. I ran 152, so I beat my goal by.
But you need you need to basically half marathon 150. Actually, you just need to go slightly faster, and you got Boston.
Yeah, that was a 8:45 pace. But the Mountain Goat, I ran 10 miles in an hour 20. I was flying. I ran an 8-minute pace the whole time. And the only reason my pace wasn't lower is because the hills. I ran all under 8s. They were all like 740s the whole race until the hills. The hills, I got to like 9s.
That's fucking hills, man. Recovery.
Yeah, so like I said, the food, you gotta eat a ton of carbs. And the whole thing, like you mentioned with the weight thing, that's why I'm trying to eat slightly below my maintenance leading up to it to get rid of some extra weight. So my knees, it helps the knees. I don't want, like, by marathon day, I want to be probably like a little bit under 150, which isn't that much lower than I am now. But like I want to be like about like 148 on race day, which is like 4 pounds less.
What do you do after a race and workout?
So it depends. So first thing I eat, like right away. There's always free food, so I always grab like the banana, the bagels. I don't go crazy.
Replenish.
I bought those leg recovery things, the compression things.
Yeah,
that was hefty, but it's worth it. So I do 30 minutes after. I do 30 minutes before the race too. Race days, I wake up 2.5 hours before the race, maybe 3 hours, depending on how far the race is from me.
Do you stretch?
Yes, a ton of stretch. You stretch right when you finish, right before you start. You stretch the next day after.
That's very smart.
You stretch every day. Like today, I already stretched today. I didn't get my leg massage in, but I'll do that later. But
that's really smart.
And then hot tub. I hit the hot tub on campus. Up at SU, they have a huge hot tub pool. So either we'll jump in the pool with me and my boy who I run with typically, or we'll go in the hot tub.
That's fucking smart as fuck.
Yeah.
You just gotta do that. Or do you get like a runner's high?
Yes, mile 3.
Mile 3. I can't. Well, I've also never been very physically fit, but I also had, dude, I've had arthritis. Now that I think about it, I've had arthritis, or at least arthritis like symptoms since I was like 16. Because like when I was really chubby. Yeah, I had a really chubby phase, and then I lost the weight, but like I was trying to run.
I think I met you right after your chubby phase.
My ankles were fucking swelled up. Yeah. And now my knee's really bad. Where if I know I'm gonna be walking a lot that day, I have to take an ibuprofen before anything, just to beat to the swelling. So like when I go to Japan. Mm-hmm. I'm going
to Japan?
Yeah. Oh shit. I'm going to Japan in like next month.
Oh shit.
In, like June 28th to the July 5th, like in a week.
A week in Japan? Is that even enough time?
Yeah. Okay. We're making sure it's enough time. Okay. And then but like I'll have to make sure I just eat ibuprofen, because if I walk for more than like if I walk to Destiny or a huge mall around us, if I walk around there. Yeah. At the end of the day, I'm limping to the car. Like it's that, like I genuinely can't run anymore. Like, or like do like I probably if I get on a medicine or something, but they don't since I'm so young, they really don't want to put me on a medicine, especially when I don't have the full chronic condition yet. Yeah. I just have flare ups. So I've never understood runner's high, but that's just. Like, do you ever?
Runner's high is crazy. I didn't believe it till I got it. And
what is it like?
I don't even know. It's like you literally don't feel a thing. It's like you're literally just running, and you're just like time flies. Like you think you're running like I don't even know. Like the first time, so the week leading up to my. We'll backtrack. We're gonna backtrack to the day I signed up for this marathon. We're gonna go way back. So this half marathon it was April 19th, right? I signed up for it at 1 a.m, December 11th.
Yeah.
Don't know why. I don't even remember what happened that day. But it was because I checked the day of the race. I'm like, when did I even sign up for this? Like, what was I doing? Like, why? Why? I don't even know why I signed up for it. I was like, screw it. I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna try something new. Yeah. I mean, clearly it's worked out for me so far, 2 in. But so I was like, all right, I'll start training. I was locked in for maybe a month in December. Like I ran a couple times in December, once in January. I didn't run again until March. This race was April 19th.
Bro,
a month of training. 1 month
But
of training.
you're young, so it helps that
Yes.
you're super young.
Yes.
And you've already been in the gym a while, and of course it doesn't really help with running, but your body's used to an extra load. Obviously, it's completely different in the recovery and all that shit's going to be really.
Yeah, it was brutal at first.
It's going to be way more brutal. It's like, but what is the running like? What does it feel like?
Like, it's not even like a feeling. It's more of a mindset. You're just like, screw it. I'm like the first mile of all races, like I've only done 2, but I've been running. Like I ran 5 miles like 2 days ago. I didn't quite get it yet because it gets pushed back slightly, and I also just wasn't locked in. Like I didn't want to run. It was my first run in a week because the recovery from the last one was kind of hard.
You have to be locked in to have that high.
Yeah. So like,
is it euphoric?
Yes, I would call it euphoric. You're literally just running and you're loving every minute of it. Time flies. All of a sudden the race is done. Music's good.
Is it almost like you're just in a flow state?
Yes.
Like
flow state is the best way to describe it.
The only thing there, it's just like everything just disappears, and you're the only person there. And then the dun dun dun.
You can start to hear your breath sometimes. It's like, the weirdest thing. Even with noise canceling headphones, I can hear myself breathe.
Just like the breathing, the blood flow, your heart's pounding, but you're just.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
The first time I got it was the week of the half marathon. I was like, can I even do a half marathon?
I would say that's more of a flow state.
I would call it more flow. You're right. Yeah, it's more of a flow state.
But I bet it's more of like, since it's called a runner's high, I think it's more of a flow state for runners, but I think it's easier to tap in to that like flow state than anything else, because if you're doing the same hypnotic movement over and over again, and then you're in another world.
Yeah, it's insane. And then, like I said, it doesn't happen until like mile 3, mile 4, maybe even mile 5, depending on the person. So getting to that point sucks, because like if you're running 8-minute pace, mile 5 is 40 minutes.
And if you're not locked in that day, it's miserable.
You're 40 minutes in, you're just now getting the high. Now you're moving, but still 40 minutes of hell. It's brutal.
So like you do struggle before. Is it once you get that runner's high, everything's easy after that?
I'm gonna be honest. Both my race days, I show up, I'm already locked in. I usually have a little bit of caffeine in me, but I'm hyped. Like, I'm so excited. I don't know what it is. I hated running growing up. Like, even up until recently, I hated running. Like, it's just one of those things I was like, fuck, I do not want to go for a run right now.
I think it's one of those things where, like, in life, you need to have something to win at.
Yes.
Like,
that's a great.
You're going to get you're just going to get so miserable if you don't have something. I think, you like running, but I think
it's not. Maybe it's not the winning, because I haven't experienced a win yet.
But like challenge yourself.
I think it's also the completion.
Yeah,
it's
like
the completion.
Challenge yourself at something new.
Yes.
And then like winning, like you're not winning the fucking half marathon, but you're winning for yourself. Like it's just something hard that you fucking decided to do, and you're like, I can do this. Yeah. And I think people fucking need that, or they're just gonna get miserable in life. Yeah. Like I think like I need this type of shit in my life, because I'm so fucking at my job, I'm miserable. Yeah. Just because I think there's innate things in people that just drive them, and when they're not doing it, it fucking ruins them. So like I think one of yours is just to push yourself.
Literally.
Like
I've always been that way though. Anybody who like really knows me knows I've been like that. Things that are hard are pleasing to me. I enjoy things that are hard. So
yeah, and so when you take the easy road, it fucking. Yeah. I think
which is funny, 'cause I quit the army.
Yeah,
that's another thing.
For highly successful people, they have to have a certain level of like self-loathing.
Yeah.
Of self-hatred. Like if I don't do, I mean, I'm not a fucking but I get pissed at myself every day, because if I don't do even one of the things I want to do that day, I fucking hate myself.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I think people need that in the healthiest way possible. You got to be careful, because some people can.
There's a line.
Because some people can go too much, but like I fucking despise myself.
Yeah.
And I'm like at 20, like I'm finally like, oh my God, if I just do it, I won't hate myself. Like this, I fucking need something like this, a creative outlet where. Like I know like ever since I was a kid, I wasn't good at it. Or I was surprisingly smart, but I wasn't really good at sports. I fucking liked video games a lot. But the biggest thing I liked was like YouTube. Like I remember as a kid, like just watching YouTube. I was thinking about this last night, like, and like being like, I want to be that. Like I just I want to entertain. Like I've always like like from our family gatherings, like I just love to entertain and try to bust as much jokes as I can to make people laugh.
The one vacation when we became, that's probably when we became like truly became friends, was when we went to Cancun. Before then, we kind of just like walked by each other and say hi, but once we get there, because it was really just me and you, honestly, we were the only two dudes there, so we just kind of had to rely on each other, and that's when I was like, yeah, this guy's fun. This guy's sick.
I just because I get. Like, from what you get from Runner's High, when I crack jokes, entertain people, conversate with them, and they're engaged, oh my fucking God, dude, that dopamine hit for me, that's the biggest thing. And I've known it since I was a kid. It's just I was always just too scared to act on it. And I think, like, this, I'm having the biggest dopamine really. Like, I think, like, that with running, like, I'm going to just compare this with running because I think it's similar for you where it's like, something challenging that you're doing, although this isn't as challenging, but it's something you're passionate about, although it might not be running, but just knowing that you can do it and push yourself, it's just I love that feeling. Like, just I can't wait. Like I'm so confident in like just that. Do you have this too? Like I can do fucking anything. Yeah. If I really lock in.
That's why as we talked prior, but Iron Man coming soon.
Yeah, talk about that. When are you doing an Ironman?
Probably next summer, I think. I think that's the goal. I think I can do it next summer. Biking, I've always been good at biking. I've been biking my whole life.
You're going to have to.
But
you have to realize you're going.
I think the biking's the last thing you do too. So like,
you're going from fuck. Well, that's good.
Also, I'm not going to start off with a full Ironman. Let's get that clear. I'm going to do a 70, Ironman 70. So it's a half Ironman.
You're gonna get the tattoo if you get it completed.
If I do a full Ironman, I'll think about it. But a half, I can't do it. I can't get a tattoo.
You gotta get the tattoo. No, not the for half.
Yeah, no. So I'm gonna start off with an Ironman 70.
Get a half of the tattoo, and then when you complete the real one, you get the
right. Get the top half. Yeah. But yeah, so an Ironman 70. I don't know the exact breakdown of how far everything is. I just know it's 70 miles total. But I'm gonna have at least 2 or 3 marathons under my belt before then.
They're fucking. Do you ever think about doing an ultra marathon, like the 100-milers?
See, ultras, the definition of ultra is anything over a marathon. So yes, I could see myself
like the 100 miles,
but 100
or like
possible, but not anytime soon.
And there's like ones that are like 250 miles.
Yeah, no. There's a couple where you run across the state. That'd be a cool thing to do.
I know, but
I don't know if New York does one, but I know like Idaho, like the weird flat states do them. I also plan on traveling for running. Like there's a sick one in I think it's France or Paris. I think Paris has a sick one. I'm gonna go down and do one with my brother in Florida.
That's eventually. Fucking dude. You have goals and you're pushing towards your goals. Yeah. And I think even if you are in the worst job of your life, and you're like shoveling cow shit and you have to swim in it for a job, but if you are doing something hard and you're achieving your goals, I think you can literally live a fucking successful, enriched life. Like I really believe that the true purpose of life is happiness. So like, fuck, I know this is crazy to say, but if you genuinely are like a bad drug addict, but like, let's say that is literally your sole purpose, that you're actually, the drugs induce happiness. So that's kind of a crazy statement, but I'm just going to say for that extreme, it's an extreme. It's not realistic. Drugs fucking make you feel happiness on purpose for a reason. But let's just say like, that that's what you are. You're designed for it. Obviously, it's a fucking reach. I'm just hyperbolizing it. But I'm like, go for it. Fucking do it. Obviously, I'm not saying, but like, let's say you just like, you work a miserable job, but you love jumping jacks, and you can work that job for 20 years. And I think if you're doing jumping jacks while you're doing that job, you're having a happy life. You're having a happy life. You have a goal out there, and you're fucking hitting that shit. And again, this is what this is, because I'm telling you, I'm so fucking I hate my job. Like,
what about your job is that you hate? Like, what is it?
It's not this.
Yeah.
That's like, I really. That's what it is. Because my job is amazing. I work hard at it. It's easy. I have a lot of overtime I have accessible.
Yeah.
The people I work with are great. There's literally nothing wrong with mine. Literally amazing job, and I'm unhappy.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a hard thing to like realize. Like you have a lot of the shit in life that most people would wish for, and shit like that, and you're just unhappy. I'm not like depressed where it's like a chronic illness. I'm just unhappy. Like I realize I'm unsatisfied. I'm unsatiated, and I bet there's no better feeling for you when you cross that half marathon line and just realize I fucking did it. And I'm just waiting for that moment in my life. Like, because dude, it's so unsatisfying. Just fuck. Like it's just it's so frustrating.
No, I get it. It's I don't know, because running for me, one reason I started running, and this might even go back down to fall. We can go all the way back down to the Brigham if we think about it. But it's just to the point where it's just
my sister broke up with him.
It's okay, but it wasn't. But it's okay now, kind of. Anyways, so just that feeling of like, I don't know, loneliness and like emptiness that I went through, and just like I was depressed.
But yeah, you're going to be fucking when you
happens.
experience a heartbreak like that. I mean,
and I was an idiot. I dealt with it completely the wrong way. Like I did some stupid shit, but I can look back on it and like I feel bad, but like I did obviously some things I shouldn't have done after.
Yeah, obviously.
But
let's say, hey.
And that's why I signed up for the race. I was like, I'm gonna prove myself wrong. It puts me in a mindset where I can just think about me.
Shit happens. If you work hard to become better, I don't.
That's what I'm trying to do now.
Listen, it fucking sucks what happened, and it sucks maybe how you reacted to it.
Yeah.
But shit is what it is, and like, I think you're handling it in the best way by self-reflection and just constantly trying to improve yourself. I think that's just an amazing aspect of life. Is the craziest thing about human beings is it's also why I'm so hard on my friends a lot, and like if you don't notice, like I'm always trying to give like the best advice, like or like try to like the best solution. So like when I saw you running, I'm like, dude, you got to rest. Make sure you're recovering properly. Yeah. I always like to throw in jabs like that because
it's important though.
Yeah,
like,
the beautiful
people don't even think about it. Like people genuinely like. I mean, I there's a lot of people out there, but like I honestly probably wasn't even thinking about resting that day. I'll be honest. I probably was like, no, screw it. I didn't like things like that. Like genuinely though, things like that.
That's a beautiful thing with like people is like I love humans' ability to change.
Yeah.
That's like the fucking like where weren't you like a fat boy too?
Yeah.
Fat boys unite. I don't think we were fat. We were chunky.
I was a chunky kid.
But I was like chunky up until 16.
Mine was probably around 16 too. It was I didn't.
And then I was like, oh my god.
It wasn't until about COVID when my dad came into my room at like midnight and it's like, you're always in the game. Like go do something outside. And I signed up for the YMCA membership that night.
That's fine.
And ever since then I've been lifting. It's been 3 years.
That's why I'm so hard on my friends. Like with so many things they do is because like. They almost act like people almost act like they're trapped. Yeah. Like almost like nothing's like it pisses me off because there's a quote, when a bird is born in a cage, it thinks flying is an illness. Yeah. So like people refuse to change and they think they're stuck in this gate. The gates. My favorite quote of all time is the gates of hell are locked from the inside. Yeah. And like so like. It pisses me off. Like I think it's so amazing that humans legitimately, unless like a fucking mental condition or some permanent shit, they 90% of the time can fucking change. Like my brother.
It took me a while though. Like I mean, I don't know, September. So what are we in May? I don't know how many months that is.
It's like 6 months,
7 months. And I would say I just now starting honestly.
Oh no, it's like 8 months.
Damn. That's crazy. But it wasn't like I like rushed into the thing right away. That was obviously
I told you I'm like, dude, you got it.
That wasn't even like that was just me being stupid. That was just me not wanting to be alone. And I have the biggest regret because not only did it not
It was you coping.
Not only did it delay like me healing, it like hurt that girl and like I feel awful for that cuz like that's just no one deserves that.
But well, see this is the thing though. It's not like you're not recognizing it. Yeah. So like you can't I struggle with this too when I look at my past and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
As long as you internalize it and recognize it and then actually do the improvement, I don't think it doesn't matter. The weight should be off your shoulder. It does still matter. It should matter to the point where it's a learning lesson, but not matter where it's affecting your life.
Yeah.
And it's a coping. But you change. You can change. Like that's what's like. Fuck it. I just love that. Like we're the only like possible beings like that we know in the entire fucking universe that can just basically do anything.
Yeah.
Fucking do anything. We're literal gods. Yeah. Fucking humanity is God. We can do anything. And it pisses me off that people are so pathetic sometimes. Yeah. Like you have to you're a high functioning individual. Like you work hard. So. You definitely get pissed off when people are like that.
Yeah.
You have to and like my brother who struggled with addiction and stuff like that. Fuck you. Who struggled with addiction and shit like that, and it completely changed because it's completely possible for you to do fucking anything. And I think like what's your biggest goal? Like where do you want to be at?
I don't even know. That's like there's so many ways I could drive that. It could be like fitness goal or just like life.
Right. Fitness could be a part of that.
Like I mean fitness for sure. But I don't know. Right now, I'm still trying to find myself still, so I don't know if I can really answer that. I'm trying to get to the point where I can wake up. I mean, I wake up somewhat happy every morning. But I'm trying to get to that point where I can like wake up and like really be ready to go.
That's dangerous though because
I know
because you're going to get unhappy that you're not happy.
Exactly.
I don't think it's really of you're finding yourself. You already are yourself.
Yeah.
You just got to discover.
Yeah.
What you already are.
Yeah.
You're
I know what I enjoy.
Yeah.
So I guess just keep chasing that. It's just I don't know. It's a tough question.
Like for example, for me, like obviously I want something like like even when I was a kid, I didn't give a fuck about the money. Like I really don't care about money. No. It's just I want the freedom that comes with it.
Yeah, for sure.
There's just a huge freedom that comes with having money.
That's what people don't get. They like the whole money, happiness, like relationship. There is a relationship there.
It's
indirect.
It does. It's what's it called? There's a thing that's There's a thing in medicine. Mm-hmm. Correlation isn't causation.
Yeah, something like that.
So like it's like in July. Ice cream sales go up, so do shark attacks, but they're not correlated.
Exactly.
They're not correlated.
Exactly.
So like, but they're both happening because it's summer and people are on the beach more and people are so like the real like so the real like with money, they're not. Correlation is not causation. Yeah. Money is not increasing your happiness, but it's increasing your capacity for happiness.
Yes,
with
exactly.
Like
great way to put it.
It's just freedom. Like what I really want is freedom. Like I'm it's so cringy to say, but I'm a free spirit. Like I like to go. I want to go to the beat of my own fucking drum. Like I want to fucking just come like a free being. Like I love to go to the beat of my own drum, do whatever I want. And not in the spoiled brat type of way, but just like for like enjoyment and for entertainment. I want to have a job where it doesn't feel like a job, like it doesn't feel like I'm working like this. Yes. Like I want. It's crazy to me that this is possible. I can do this, and you're one of those stepping stones that can help me do this, where I can just talk and be ultimately free while also entertaining and like causing millions of people to be extremely happy. I'm so confident that I can do it. Like for some reason I have just because like I noticed from I was different than everybody. Like it's such a it sounds like such a narcissistic thing to say, but I've noticed like I was just a different breed, like a different type. Yeah. Where like one of my buddies said that like, hey dude, you're always smiling. Like you're the person that's always smiling. And then like also like, dude, you're made for like entertaining, like or like YouTube. And it sticks with me. Like
smile does a lot. Smile does a lot. That's why I always try to put a smile on. There's been days where I can't, but I do, and it's like it sucks. But a smile makes someone else smile, and that their smile makes you actually smile.
Yeah.
And that's all. It's just chain of events.
It's just to be ultimately free. Go to your own drum, and in that freedom, be happy with just like just be in such a position where happiness is a given.
Yeah.
And that's like truly my ultimate goal in life is what I wrote down in one of my journals and notes. I was just like, to be the ultimately charismatic, entertaining, like funny, jacked. I want healthy. I want to be extremely healthy. Like I want to be very in shape.
Yeah.
Person that just, and this is like the ultimate freedom job. Like it. There's a manga character like called Monkey D. Luffy, One Piece, and he like represents freedom itself. Like he goes to islands. He's a pirate. It's a pirate show. That's fucking crazy. But it does have like a deeper meaning with Luffy. Like he's the ultimate freedom. Like one of his powers is a drum goes off. And he has a huge power up, and he becomes ultimately free, where he does whatever he wants. He can grab air and just fucking like cartoon-esque things, like but like it represents like his ultimate freedom. Like he's going to the beat of his own drum, and I fucking love that. I want to do that, like so fucking bad. Like now that I've talked about myself, but like gave you like an example. Like what would yours be?
Oh God. I love that answer from you though. Like honestly, like having that ability, because like all my things I like to do
ever since you were a kid. Come on, let me hear it.
Since I was a kid, I can't even go back.
Even if it's
far.
fucking cringy, like
it's not. It's just I like all my things I like to do are time consuming. So having that freedom of more time is all I could hope for. Because I mean, especially recently, running. I mean, I go for a run. It's minimum hour, up to 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah.
I work out. It's minimum hour, 2 hours. I go golf. It's minimum 2 to 4 hours. If I want to do them all in the same day, that's my whole day. So it's just things like that.
So free, like.
So if I'm trying to get to the point where I can get to that freedom of having more time. It's not even the money. It's just time. I can find the money. You can't find time.
I know. I like time is the one true currency in this world. You're not working to make money. You're exchanging your time for money.
Exactly. That's why you get paid hourly.
And that's
why it's hourly.
I'm so fucking miserable. The job's amazing, and I'm super great. I'm super grateful. I'm not gonna do anything reckless, like uproot my entire life and fuck it over.
Yeah.
But that's what's so great about the internet. From my home, I can do this and make money. But I need to fucking do this shit, or I will spaz out.
You have the drive. You've always had the drive. So
like I feel like I've always had that character aura, like quote unquote aura around me, like of just like I don't know, like just different breed. Like I've always felt it, and I hope it's always come off of people. Like they're like, oh, this makes sense. Like if they see me like
no, when you told me you started a podcast, I was shocked because I just didn't know, but I wasn't shocked that you started a podcast.
Yeah, like I was like, oh, this makes sense.
Like, it makes complete sense.
Like,
I mean, I remember. Is that the camera you bought?
Yeah.
I remember when you bought the camera. Was it your what money did you use? Was it your grad money? Something.
It was.
I could have.
I was already working, so I already had the money.
I just remember you were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go buy a camera." You just like drove out to Best Buy with like I think it was Matt. Was it Matt?
Yeah.
You just bought a camera. You're like, screw it, I'm gonna start recording videos. You started making little clips.
Yeah.
And like your little live streams you would do when you're playing video games, you'd be screaming. You always had that energy, and I could see it taking off. Honestly, it's a matter of when, not if it takes off.
Yeah, I know I felt that the entire, and like I hope I give that off.
Yeah.
Because it's just, it is just something like I've wanted ever since I was and I just know like it's such a, I don't know how to explain it. It's just such a weird feeling to like know what you're meant to do.
Yeah.
And like that's why I get so pissed off at myself when I don't like go for the goal.
Yeah. I started pretty much my new career on Monday.
What is it?
I'm gonna be assistant project manager starting Monday.
Oh, how much are you getting paid?
No, it's an internship right now. It's solid. Oh. It's solid right now. Good. It'll be good when I graduate.
Oh my God.
So I have one more year of school left. I'm graduating a year early.
Congratulations.
So, But it's gonna be really good. It's like, I mean, I don't
Are you gonna
care.
be
It's not
happy
like it
though?
matters. Yeah, I think so. I love this company. It's small. It's a small company. I'll be starting next. I mean, I'll just say I'll be starting at 70 next summer. So yeah,
I
I'm
I
excited.
think you're gonna be happy just because of the fact that you're having your goals and you're
Yeah.
succeeding. You're succeeding and hitting your goals. And I think once you get to Boston, you're gonna just keep going.
That's gonna be nuts. I don't. So this is I'm gonna expose myself, but when I finished that first half marathon, I think I posted on my Instagram, but the picture of me doing a push up. I don't know if you remember seeing that, but there's a picture of me doing a push up after the race.
Yeah.
But that wasn't because I was doing push ups.
Were you about to throw up?
No. I sprinted the end. Like the last like 0.1 miles, I sprinted. I ran through the finish line past the people who were handing out your medals because I just wasn't done. I wasn't ready yet. I fell to the ground, had hand over my head, and I was bawling my eyes out.
Oh,
I was bawling my eyes out. I was laying on the ground, head in hands like this, bawling my eyes out.
What is it?
It was
hit your goal?
everything. It was everything. It was goals. It was like just all the depression coming. I don't know how to describe it. All the emotions I felt the past like, I'll say 8 months, were all just coming out.
That's why I'm saying like. If you have that, you're not going to be miserable, even if you're in a dead end job.
Yeah.
If you have that thing in your life,
Yeah.
that's just doing that. Like if that has such a strong reaction to you, if you're fucking 50 with a dead end job, you literally will not be not happy.
Yeah.
Because you're in that fucking state of mind when you have that one thing in your life, and dude, I love that shit. That's fucking crazy. Just.
Mm-hmm. When I saw the mile 13
you're just so overwhelmed with emotion that you fucking got
like
it.
you said, it was everything. It wasn't even just the satisfaction of finishing or like achieving my goal.
It represented something way more.
Everything. Because it was the whole reason I did that race. The whole reason was to challenge myself and try to become better. Like that's all it was. I was just trying to become a better person. Because I fell in the hole. So that was my way of climbing out of the hole. And that was kind of the signified of like, hey Ben, you did it. Like you got out the hole. Like you're good now. Got you.
Fucking
like, and it's funny. My dad got a picture of that because I didn't even know he was there. He was able to get parking right outside the finish line, so he was able to get some cool pictures. And I had no idea he was there. I literally didn't even plan on doing that. I literally just fell, started crying, and I was like, I'm gonna do a push up to get up because that's kind of sick. So I want to do a push up.
Dude,
the tears were flowing once I saw mile 13. I'll be honest. The last 0.1 miles, my eyes were teary.
That's part like that's
it was
because it represented something more than just
sick. It was a lot more than just a race.
Well, that's what I strive for, like something so powerful.
That was a big moment for me. I'll be honest. That was a huge moment.
That's why people need goals and to push forward these goals and to hit them, because when they do, they're not going to live an unsatisfied life. When you don't have a goal you're pushing for and you're not hitting your goals, and even if you have a goal that you're pushing for and you're not hitting it, if you have a goal you're pushing for, you still have a high possibility of living a satisfied life. But in my case, I was so fucking lazy. I was just living an unsatisfied life because I just wasn't caring about my goals. And I wasn't doing anything to progress them or push for them. And what happened was I was extremely unsatisfied. And even if I have to work all the time, if I do this frequently, I think I can be happy. I literally think I can be happy when I stop pushing for my goals, stop doing what I want, what I as a human being want, besides what my brain who wants dopamine, like fucking junk food and sit and watch TikTok all day. If I do actually what I fucking want instead of that shit,
you can't get too comfortable.
Then you get satisfied.
Then you can't get too comfortable. I got way too comfortable.
Exactly.
And like
comfort kills dreams.
This goes back to me and your sister's relationship. That I was comfortable. Like it was 2 years of straight comfort.
What do you think made it end? It was just her personal decision, or
you can ask her that. I honestly don't know. I don't really want to know.
Oh,
I'll be honest.
It's just in the past.
It's in the past. Yeah, it's like I've accepted it at this point. It sucks. It sucked. It still sucks.
Has to.
The first bit of it was like, damn, I lost the girl that I was gonna marry, and then it was after that, it was like, dang, I lost a family that was gonna become mine, and that hit harder. It hit later, but it hit harder, and that hit closer to the holidays. I'll be honest.
Yeah, well, yeah.
The holidays suck.
You have a unique family situation too. Yeah, explain your.
So,
because I
I
only know briefly, but it's
what do you know? What do you know?
Like, at first, your dad left your life, and then
no, Dad never left.
Or your dad was not around or
not
something.
around due to work. But
Yeah.
yes, he was just
Oh.
So
Just explain it from the beginning. Go to your origin story.
Okay. So I was born Wilmington, North Carolina. Moved back here.
You were born in North Carolina?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fucking idiots. Why the fuck would they move to upstate New York?
Because the family was here.
Oh.
My dad, when he was 21, moved out of state to go like do what most 20-years probably should do. Go explore.
Yeah.
He wanted to go explore. He met my mom there. They started the family. She already had a daughter, so my dad took her in. Had my brother, who was 2 years older than me, and then had me. When I was 6 months old, we moved back here because it's like, man, 3 kids is hard.
Yeah.
Like, it is hard.
You need grandparents.
Yes, in Wilmington, it's kind of like at least it was. I don't really know how it is now, but my dad always described it as kind of like it's for younger people, like maybe not
families.
really married, not really a family town. It's kind of like a party town in a way. We had a beautiful house down there, a sick boat. My dad sold everything, moved back up here.
God damn it.
Yeah, right.
God damn it, Dad.
At least keep the boat.
God
right?
damn it, Dad.
Right. But then when we got to about 3rd grade is kind of when everything like flipped. That's when my parents got divorced and my mom moved to Florida like immediately.
What the fuck?
So me and my mom had a relationship still.
Why move to Florida?
To be honest, I don't really know.
Just to get away?
She met a guy down there and they started a relationship.
Oh my God.
I don't know the whole details if it started before or after or whatever.
I don't like when parents decide to just. I know.
My brother can agree too.
I know you have your own life as a parent. You're still living life for you.
Yeah.
But when you have a responsibility of a child.
Yeah.
Basically
I've never talked
anything
about this before actually, so this is
anything you do is kind of selfish if it's for you.
Yeah.
But so she moves to Florida.
Yes. So that was like 3rd, 4th grade.
Yeah.
Jeez. So then we have a relationship for a couple years. I would say like I was so young where it wasn't forced, but like kind of like a forced relationship where like we're forced to go down there for some of the holidays, stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
but it wasn't court. It wasn't court settled. No, it was just like that's why I say forced. I was young.
It was probably if you probably didn't go, it would have been a court order.
Yeah, and so when stuff really started to turn in 8th grade, that's when it really hit the fan. My brother just really needed his mom and wanted to move down there. And so he was starting arguments with my dad, stuff like this. So my dad eventually just said, all right, just like move down there. Mm-hmm. And that he was a junior in high school and I was in 8th grade, like I said. So I was about to go become a freshman while he was a senior. And I was so excited for that. But instead he moves down there for his senior year.
Yeah.
I'm going to my, freshman year. And that's when it really hit the fan. Like I lost my brother.
Yeah.
Like, and me and him were like pretty close, like 2 years difference, but like he was my brother. Like it sucks. So I went from having 2 siblings to being the only child in the hardest point of my life. Like it is going through puberty, going through middle school, starting high school.
Yeah.
You don't know any. You need someone to lean on. My dad's like a working man.
Yeah, nobody understands the fucking struggles of a young man.
And especially
it's fucking crazy.
Especially without a mom. Without your mom, like as
much
buddy. Sorry.
Oh, buddy. I think I know better than anybody.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, we could, like, it sucks to compare, but, like, we damn near went pretty much similar thing.
Somewhat.
Mine died without dying.
Yeah, that's
how I describe it.
That's a hard thing to process, especially as a young man. Just like that.
For me, I was too young. I didn't know why.
Yeah, in your child mind, you're like, why can't we just get fucking along? Yeah. Like this is literally all what children think.
And like respectfully, but like you know what happened.
Yeah, you just know.
Where like I'm sitting here like, what happened? What did I do? I think I did something, even though obviously I had nothing to do with it.
What are you gonna think as a kid? You can't think of something different.
So my dad's working all the time. Love that man, best man I've ever met. Like I strive to be like him. Because he had to put the food on the table for 2 kids. He's driving to Pennsylvania and back every day for work. Would still make it home for dinner and all my lacrosse games every single time. He never missed a game. My grandparents, same way. My grandparents, it got to the point where we were so close to the poverty line, my grandparents were buying my school's sneakers. Like, my dad could not afford anything. He could afford the food, and that was about it. And and then he finally gets a good job. But my mom takes him to court for child support for my brother.
Oh, my God. Wasn't he a senior by then?
He was a senior in high school. Takes him to court for child support, and I'm still being supported by my dad. Sorry, there we go. So he has to support me while also financially obligated to support my brother, which he was still helping out, by the way. I should set that clear. He was still sending money to him and stuff like that, putting money in his bank account like to help him out. But was then court ordered that. I was court ordered to call my mom weekly every Sunday. I didn't. I completely ignored all the court orders, and all the visitation I ignored. I ignored everything. I didn't talk to my mom for about 5 years. Just now, recently, kind of patched it back up, kind of starting new.
That's hard.
It's hard.
It's
still hard.
It's very hard to like lose somebody to not, but that's still alive. It's so hard to like grieve somebody that's not dead.
Exactly.
It's such a. I mean, that's what you do with like relationships, like with you and my twin sister. Mm-hmm. It's such a fucking crazy sentence, but
say your name.
I know. I'm just gonna say my twin sister, but because you kind of grieve that person, you grieve that relationship, even though they're still alive.
It's the hardest thing because
it's almost like just
it's the whole no contact.
It just didn't happen. It's not a good ending.
Like we'll go back. We'll dive into that real quick. So relationship ended, random Thursday. Remember vividly, I was eating pizza. Stopped eating pizza real quick. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Calls me. Whatever. We break up. Crazy. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. So I drove.
Oh fuck.
I drove
a call.
A call. She called me. I drove out there the next day to Cortland. Oh, I don't know if I should say that, but anyways, I drove out there the next day.
I threatened with her with a gun.
No. I just wanted to talk. It was
Get in my truck. And, like, you just come out. You come out fucking drunk, baseball bat. Where are you? I know you're cheating on me.
I was really crashing out that day. I drove out there. I just wanted to talk. I wanted face to face. If like, I wanted to just like at least just like say it. Tell me what's going on.
Face to face, dude. If you're in a relationship for more than a year, you
2
owe the person a face-to-face explanation and reasoning. Unless that person is that person's a dangerous person, which you are not. Yeah. I'm making that clear. Yeah. Unless the person's like abusive or dangerous.
Yeah, I'm sure she had a reason. It's whatever. But we drove out there, talked about it. It was like, I don't know, maybe an hour. We were just sitting in my car. I didn't really get any answers.
I know.
Which made it even worse because then I drop her off.
You need closure on that type of thing.
Yeah. And our last thing we ever said to each other is that we love each other. And hugged, so that was kind of brutal. That was brutal. I guess I'm just exposing us, but whatever.
Dude, it's...
But that's why it's... and I drove home.
I'm interested.
I drove around. I guess I don't think I ever got... Yeah, I never got the details.
It's probably very...
I talked to you a little bit, but nothing crazy.
Well, the way I took... I'm just... My sister's in college, and I'm just like, dude, because I think you're a really good guy. Even if you have your faults somewhere, I think you're still a really good guy who wouldn't do anything wrong. So I was like, yo, if you are doing this because you want to have that I hate that fucking line. You want to have this college girl experience and fucking just be a fucking idiot. I'm like, I literally told him, I will hate you. I don't.
That's crazy.
I'm not. You're because I'm like my sister of mine is having no self-respect.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever like talked to her or got.
It wasn't.
I don't know if you ever.
It wasn't.
If you ever got hurt. Like I don't. It's.
I never talked to her. I never talked to her. I don't really.
Yeah. So I didn't know, but
I just told her, I'm like, dude, if you're doing this to be an idiot, and I don't think I know my sister. She isn't like that.
No, for sure. Your sister's a great girl.
Yeah,
great
she isn't. She isn't like that. But I just wanted to make sure because I really don't want someone to lose their self-respect by being a loser, especially with the people she hangs around. And I hate the college girl line, like, oh, I'm in college, I want to have fun, and like the same with dudes, like, oh, the frat dudes.
It's both ways for sure. I have a roommate who's the exact way, and
a whore.
Yeah, he's in a frat. He's full on in a frat.
Oh, frats are so corny.
Yeah, so he's full on in that, and like whatever. He's a really cool dude, but like it's the point. Sometimes it gets to the point. It's like whatever. What are you doing? Like, hey, check yourself here and there. Sometimes I'll check him. Sometimes I won't though. But because sometimes he is responsible to like his grades are phenomenal. He just got a great internship. Like he's doing good. It is the frat vibe. It's like, all right, what are you doing? But then other times it's great. Like I love that man.
It just still frats. I know.
Most frats can be
like. What do you? Come on. Yeah. Fucking come on.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. But everything moves for a reason. I mean, we're still friends. It's not like it's not this.
Bridges weren't really burnt. Nothing really. Nothing.
Yeah, it's not.
We both handled it, I would say, relatively well. I mean,
Yeah, you gotta be
no
careful
one,
you don't plug that.
Yeah, no. Most like we didn't. No one like. I haven't shit talked her. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if she shit talked me. If she has, she
No.
has. But like, I haven't.
It was pretty cordial. It was cordial.
There's not really anything to say.
It's just crazy.
Nothing, it just happened.
Yeah.
And it was a surprise.
Yeah, it was very out of nowhere.
It was pretty surprising.
When relationships end like that, that's very out of nowhere.
And that's where we were going. It was just like you're someone that you're talking to every day, hanging out with every day, sleeping with each other,
and then
every
they're just
day,
gone.
And then all of a sudden you wake up, you can't text them, you can't call them. It's not like I could, but like, what's that gonna do? I'm not gonna blow up your phone.
Yeah,
I think I did a little bit at first. I'll be honest. I probably did right away for the first day or two, but I was like, what am I doing? Like, and I don't I don't know. I like as much as I wanted to, I didn't. Like, it sucks. I mean,
but it's because that
happened,
that person also becomes like
your best friend.
Yeah, your best friend. So like it's
sure.
like when you rely on that person for like just emotional support or just as a human being.
That's what I said earlier when I got comfortable. Like, I got too comfortable where that happening was able to absolutely just crush me.
Yeah.
And that's why I went down the path of like trying to replace it so fast.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I'm finally out of that. I'm so glad.
I told you I'm like, dude, you gotta fucking slow down. Don't be a fucking idiot. You know exactly. I'm like, you know exactly why you're doing this. You know exactly why you're getting into a relationship
and
after getting out of a relationship.
Me that. I didn't listen right away. But
no, you didn't fucking listen when I told you the second time.
The second time?
When I was like, dude, you gotta leave.
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh, okay, never mind. But it's just.
But yeah, it was just I don't know.
Because anybody could see from the third, like, because
it's hard. Like, I don't want to admit to it. That's another thing. Like, I don't want to admit that I'm like.
No, it's all part about being strong.
I moved on. What do you mean I moved on? Yeah, I've completely moved on from a 2-year relationship in a month. Like, yeah, of course. Like, really? No.
Well,
I still probably not moved on. Honestly, like, I'm not ready to date right now. I've dated since both. I was like, no. Well, I can't do this. Like, I'm not ready. It's simple as that.
Well, the first step into being strong is admitting you're weak.
Exactly. And
when you don't admit you're weak,
and that's what I've been doing recently.
When you don't admit you're weak, you're going to pretend you're strong.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And then you go down the rabbit hole of listening to sad music, sad movies, which just don't help you.
Yeah.
I'm out of that rabbit hole too.
It
happens. Though.
I hate that.
I hope nobody ever experiences it. It's one of those things.
Breakups. Yeah,
most people do, but it sucks.
But the problem is for me with like breakups, it sucks. But you push on, you push forward. Yeah. But there's so many people who get out of their first ever real relationship.
And that was mine too.
Yeah, they get out of their first ever real relationship or something like that, or someone they love, and it could be a fucking 8th grade crush. And boys are fucking losers sometimes. Like literally, it will be fucking 20 years, and they'll be like, the one that got away. It was fucking 6th grade, and she held your hand for 2 seconds. Like. Like
boys definitely, I think, take it a little. It depends. It can vary, but I think it sometimes. And I'll bring it to the point of maybe not growing up with like a motherly figure, kind of. I mean, she's back now to a point. I'm glad. Like it's all right. It's progressing. Like I'm glad we kind of chopped things out, figured things out. But I think that kind of made it worse because I had not really anyone to go to about a breakup and to talk to about. Like, not really a woman to like. The first person I called after was my dad. I drove around Cortland, like, just loops. Called my dad on the phone. I don't know why. I could have just headed home, but I was just driving in circles. I think it was more so I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to leave yet. So
because it becomes real.
I wanted to get my money's worth of that parking pass that I bought.
It becomes real, but it's just people got, especially men, have to be careful and not getting into that fucking trap. Like, listen. It's gonna suck for a while. Yeah. But dude, come on. Don't let it define your fucking life of a girl that broke your. I literally, there's nothing more in this life that I hate than that. Yeah. Like, it sucks. You're gonna have a little bit of sucky after. Oh yeah. For sure. And of course you went through that, but you're not defining your entire being by that and using like.
I
literally have buddies
a lot
that just fucking. I think honestly, it's more of like like an excuse to just be a degenerate and just drink and do degenerate things and pretend that it's because a girl broke their heart. I think a lot of people.
I'm glad I never fell down that rabbit hole.
Yeah,
I never got. Absolutely
I think
sloshed. I never did any of that.
that's good because I think a lot of people first they use it as a coping mechanism, then they use the relationship and how shit happened as an excuse to be a fucked up person. Yeah. Like they literally use it as a complete excuse to be a fucked up person, like just to be a loser. And it really pisses me off when people do that because like, dude, come on, like. You're your own person. So move on with your life. You're letting a fucking single event and a sliver of time in your entire life define everything, and you're using it as an excuse to be a loser. Like that's when I cross the lines when people stop from coping and stop being sad to using it as an excuse to be a shit person and just be like, or like, I can cheat on this girl because my girlfriend cheated on me when I was dating her. Like, shut up. You told me a crazy thing that your roommate or somebody had to stab somebody.
Wait, what a wild way to change the
segue.
Subject. But all right, so it was a friend from school in my classes. I heard about it like a week after. I was like, wait, what? I was like, you stabbed someone this past like week? Oh. So what happened was he was walking around campus, Syracuse. You know, not the best.
Ooh, yeah.
It all depends. When you get closer to the housing and get rough, the campus itself is beautiful and pretty safe. But once you get out to like the housing,
the housing's in cheap neighborhoods.
Exactly. So you don't really know where you're getting into. And it wasn't dark out yet. It was like dusk. It was fall, so it gets dark a little bit earlier. Yep. So he's walking the phone with his mom. Some guy, well, a couple of guys, but one guy jumps out of the car and like he's like, "Yo, let me borrow your phone." And he's like, "I'm on the phone with my mom." So the guy just beats him up. Like straight up beats him up. Like beats my friend up, knocks him to the ground. His head bounces against concrete. Starts bashing his head in. So like to this day, he still has a TBI. Traumatic brain injury, right? No. Yeah, it's traumatic brain injury.
What does it fuck up?
He gets really bad headaches. He can't run anymore. He can't like get his heart rate up too high.
That really
he's at risk of seizures.
That really fucks me up.
His eyes are already worse than they were.
What really fucks me up about that is just random acts of violence.
Yeah, he gets a little angrier too now. It's a little angrier.
Like random acts of violence really fucking like scare me and fuck me up as a person. Like,
oh yeah. But we'll finish the story first. So then he was able to somehow reach in his pocket, grab his knife, and slit the artery in his bicep.
His?
The guy was jumping him.
Did he die?
No, he could have, but he got rushed to the hospital.
And he got arrested there?
He got arrested at the hospital, yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, he would have died if he didn't get to the hospital because he sliced his main artery.
Well, so what was the fucking point of it? Just to get his phone?
I don't know if he was trying to steal his phone. But, yeah, it's crazy the thing.
A group of guys?
It was a singular guy with a group. Only one guy got out and, like, jumped him. So one guy was just fighting him. But it's just crazy.
For no fucking reason.
Yeah, I guess to steal his phone. And it's crazy the lengths people will go. Like, you'll kill a guy for a phone. That's $1,000. You can't, like, resale value of a phone? That's like $200.
And especially ones
you're attempted murder for $200.
You know how much how hard they make it to resell them now with, like,
he got out easy, too. He's 17. So he got out easy.
Oh, my God. Yeah, what the hell?
He was a minor.
But in those situations, those people that do those type of things, it's just... I feel bad for obviously your friend. Like that fucks me up. Like a random act of violence that your entire life changed just because some teenager was being an idiot. But at the same time, like that teenager that did that act has probably had the worst life you could fucking imagine. Yeah, because there's no way. Well, of course, unless some
dive into the family. You dive into the family life. And Syracuse is a big poverty area, so you never know. Like there's a lot of poverty in Syracuse.
And there's a lot of it is a nurture issue. Yeah. Like these kids just are not raised.
Syracuse schools are not good either. So it's not like they have good teachers to lean on. Yeah. So if they don't have good parents, it's not like they can go to school and have a good teacher.
Man, I
know damn well when I was going through school, like I had a good dad, great dad, but like he was working a lot, so like my teacher stepped in a lot. My grandparents stepped in. But not all
they get they're underpaid like a mother.
Teachers?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to the teachers. Like teachers.
That's one of the hardest jobs in the world. And it's only getting harder with social media and everything. Everybody's being everybody's a little degenerate. Social
media sucks.
Everybody's a fucking
social media blows.
Yeah, everybody's a little degenerate piece of shit now.
Yeah, social media is literally killing like it's so bad.
It's killing
society. It's so bad.
Society slowly, yeah, for sure.
So bad.
Well, it's just a giant distraction from everything. Like I really try to limit my social media use. I try to timers. I put it for like 30 minutes a day.
Mine's a little higher than that.
I put TikTok is like 30 minutes a day.
TikTok 30 minutes. I think mine might be an hour, which is honestly the more you say an hour a day isn't that bad, is the worse it gets.
Yeah, because
An hour a day.
Hour a day for every day. That's 365 hours, and that's
How many days is that?
That's almost a month. That's a month.
That's a long time.
Wait,
I don't think it's a month. 10
No,
days. 10 days would be 240.
yeah, you no, I didn't. Like
240.
15 days,
Yeah,
like
50,
almost
yeah.
something crazy like that. Whoops.
About half a month though, but still, that's a lot of time.
That's
a lot of time.
I
Imagine you did something you were passionate
It's a
about
big-
for that time. An hour a day of reading or something. Like
Yeah.
instead.
Well, I'm trying to learn Japanese.
There you go.
I've done it. I was doing it before I even had the trip to Japan. I was just
Who are
doing
you
it.
going with?
Angelia.
Oh,
I was
did
just
she
doing
try?
it. Yeah, I was just doing it because I wanted to train my brain. Like after out of school, you're not going to be learning anything.
That's what a lot of people don't realize. You stop learning when you're like 25.
Like
once you
your,
get-
your
once you
brain, your brain fully develops.
Well, yeah, but you like I don't know. Once you get through your first cycle of job training, you're on your own. Like you really don't learn much more.
Yeah, so like you have to do it yourself because you can always keep learning. And I'm just trying to learn. It would be so cool.
I'm trying to get into. I keep saying this, and I haven't done it yet. Maybe I'll go today. I will go today. I'll send you a picture. I'll prove. I'll buy like a philosophy book and like just read about the mind.
Oh, do Meditations by Marcus Aurelius.
Okay. I've been because we were talking about prior, but modern wisdom. There's a lot of good authors that go in there. I want to read some of their books too.
Meditations by Marcus Aurelius is that's the one book
just trying to
you
learn
should
how my
start off
brain works,
start off
honestly.
with.
Like humans in general. I want to understand humans more.
I think I feel like I have it all figured out. It's literally it's just you are your mind. that's it. You are everything and anything is just in your head.
Yeah.
Anything. And I think if you want something bad enough, you're going to succeed at it and get it when you want. So let's go back to those that fucking criminal, that 17-year-old
Criminal. Yeah.
What he probably wants is just to be a fucking fiend.
That and also the rush you get from something like that. Like, you rob a bank, you're gonna get a sick adrenaline rush. Should you rob a bank? No, but if you do, it's gonna be sick.
I feel bad for situations like that because it's just obviously it's a mix of poverty and nurture.
Yeah.
Without a stable family background,
Yeah.
But then also like you're inflicting pain on. Dude, will he ever?
I mean,
will ever heal from the TBI?
Probably not. I don't know.
I know brain injuries do not reveal.
It's gotten better.
But I know they can get better and shit like that.
Yeah, it's gotten better. I don't know if it'll ever fully heal. But yeah, it sucks because he was a smarter kid.
What, did you just get sucker punched?
Yeah, the guy just like punched him, knocked him out. Like literally, he was unconscious. He was unconscious, woke up, grabbed his knife, and stabbed him.
Oh my god!
Like I don't know how he's able to get into his pocket.
That's why you got to be, if you're especially you're in a bad neighborhood, you got to be so aware.
I mean, I drive to class most of the time, but
you got to be on edge.
If I'm walking around, I'll carry something on me.
Or you just always be on edge, like
that too. You gotta look around. And like the scary part is, especially with Syracuse being a huge part of school, is there's a lot of people walking around late at night. Like I could easily dress up as like a guy that looks like I'm going to a party and like do something. Though, it's so easy. So you gotta think about all these girls that are walking home.
That's why the Second Amendment.
Yeah. All these girls walking home alone at 2 or 3 in the morning. It's like, what are you doing?
Dude,
especially in Syracuse, what are you doing?
Damn, it's crazy how nature in itself is violent.
Yeah.
But it's not really violence. It's more necessary violence, where it's like it's like a necessary part of life. If like a fucking lion leaps on a gazelle and fucking rips its throats out, that's not. I wouldn't really classify as that as like of crazy violence because that's just a necessity of their life. I think we're the only people where violence is optional and we still do it.
Yeah,
that's what's crazy. Like
I agree.
You can be like,
especially nowadays, there's not really any life or death situations you're put in. There's not really. I mean,
there's not a fucking third
world
war.
Countries possibly. I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah.
But around here, there's not really like, especially in like United States.
It's just poverty.
There's no reason. Yeah, there's no reason.
When you're in poverty,
a lot of jealousy. Jealousy does wonders.
Oh comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah, jealousy and compare like those two. I don't know.
It's so hard with social media now that you compare yourself to anybody.
Yeah, especially
anybody,
if you're a guy that's into fitness too. Social media is the worst.
But I love you know what
my friend Kaden.
Oh my god, yeah, that's sad. Like
shout out Kaden.
Yeah, that's so sad. I feel
he might watch this. So
he's got crazy body dysmorphia.
Okay.
I feel bad for you, guy.
Jacked.
You're jacked, but
but
come on, guy, you're
lock
ruining
it in,
yourself.
Lock it in.
But that was a deep cut. Only me and you know. I won't go too into it because he's not here. But what was I saying? That we're the only ones capable of violence.
Comparison's the thief of joy.
Yeah, comparison's the thief of joy. Like genuinely, like with social media, you're seeing this increase of depression and self-loathing that's not healthy. Like I think self-loathing is amazing if you use it as a fuel rather than a depressive act.
Say that again.
Self-loathing.
Okay.
If you use it as a fuel more than just like if you stoke the flame with it instead of I hate myself for being a fat fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
That means I gotta get.
Sure.
That means I'm gonna work hard. But
yeah,
obviously there's a healthy.
Like we talked earlier, there's a line. But if you can use, like, I completely used my depression to get where I am today.
Yeah,
like,
dude,
fully.
Great.
It pushed me to get my job I started Monday that I've been wanting for 3 years. Anybody that's close with me knows the company by name, and it's like phenomenal. I'm so excited.
Dude, like, see, that's amazing. Like,
Same
but
with my gym. Like, everybody knows. Most people know what I looked like 3-4 years ago. I mean, I look decent now.
But people get like just so upset with themselves when it's not them. Like that doesn't happen to me. I look at I like on Instagram and TikTok people who are fucking shredded and jacked because it motivates me.
It can.
It fucking motivates me.
Can.
And then when I see podcasts and shit like that are popping off, I fucking love it because I'm like, oh my god, that means it's possible for fucking me to do it.
For sure.
Like
everybody has a podcast too. There's so many podcasts out there.
Honestly,
they're all not that good though.
I was really thinking about it. I think honestly it's more we think there's more out there than there is, but I think there's so many people that are not willing to go for it.
This is one I love, and I almost pitched the idea to you.
What?
It's called Thinking with a Pump. It's these 3 gym bros that do it. They work out, get a pump, and they talk after. Cause you're the way your mind works after a workout.
Yeah, but that's gym bro shit.
No, I know it is, but I was like, yo, Loki, let's go get a workout and then do it. Because it's like interesting. I agree though. After I work out, my mind is in a different place.
But I'm so confident in myself that I genuinely think that I don't want to have gimmicks. I don't want to fucking have a crazy fucking weird thing in my entire life where I'm constantly trying to just one up everybody and make this so engaging and polarizing. Like I think I am enough for that. Like I think my personality, myself, is enough for that polarization and that grab, and
I agree.
And an attention factor that I don't want to do these gimmicks and stuff like that. And if people do it, they're entertaining, and they're entertaining for a reason. I think people should do them because I enjoy watching them think. But I personally don't want to rely on that and do that. I want it to be me. I want it to be the person that I am. That is the reason why people like to tune in and watch it, and not just fucking be this a clown show. Like I want to use my own natural charisma and comedic timing and shit like that instead of just fucking relying on jokes and gags and shit like that. Like I think it's just dangerous, and it's just personally not how I want my style to be. I want to be just society.
I'm a big introvert. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I'm a huge introvert too, but
which is kind of crazy.
It's weird.
A podcast.
Well, it's just I'm not a huge. I don't want to be an introvert. I just had so.
I'm trying to fix it.
I had crazy social anxiety from when I was a kid.
I'm getting a little bit better, but there's times I shut down, and I don't know why I shut down. I'm trying to learn why I shut down. Like it happens a lot, especially this is a different path, but especially when it comes to emotions and feelings, I shut down, and I hate it.
It's just, I think that's men
sucks.
though. I think that's men though.
Yeah, and it's because men are told they're supposed to be these big, strong dudes, no emotion, no crying.
Well, because
I'm a crier.
Well, you have to you have to think about it like it's seen as a weakness.
Yeah, and that needs to change. That needs to change.
Yeah, 100%. But you have to think of the evolutionary. If you show any signs of weakness, nobody wants to be neat. And so it's kind of hard to rewire the human psyche, the human
what it is.
Evolutionary benefit of allowing weakness in society.
Yeah.
It's a hard. I mean, that's why you see so many people hard on the mentally disabled and shit like that, because it's like a human like, why should we allow the weak to serve, like a Darwinism almost.
Yeah.
I mean, you once the king or the alpha lion gets too weak, you kind of toss him to the can. You don't fucking care about him anymore. Yeah, you toss him to the can because it's just it's just like an animalistic thing, and it's.
Did you watch the new Lion King, Mufasa?
Fuck no. All right.
Really?
Am I
That's
gay?
crazy.
I'm kidding.
That's crazy.
I'm
You didn't watch that.
I have some notes that I wrote down of things I wanted to talk about too.
Run it.
The India-Pakistan war.
Oh god.
That was fucking crazy. Dude, what is wrong with humanity?
understand.
Like, why do we have to fucking go into a war every 3 seconds and over nothing?
Wars are they just be popping up. It's
Yeah,
like, these guys are at war now.
it was a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
And India blamed Pakistan, and then they were just like, all right, we're going to fucking fight now.
Yeah. I don't know enough about
Why
this
would we
subject.
kill a bunch of people just... I don't get... I literally just...
No,
It makes no
yeah.
sense. But I'm coming from a first world, easy lifestyle perspective. America barely has any wars.
We never had a war on our soil.
Besides,
war.
like, the Civil War, Revolutionary War.
I guess there's a couple.
And besides...
but nothing like no big major war has been on.
Besides
our
Pearl
grounds.
Harbor.
Yeah.
Like...
And like...
That was Hawaii.
That was an attack, not even a war.
Yeah.
Like honestly, Pearl Harbor was an attack on our land, but
yeah.
it wasn't. They didn't bring the war to America. They attacked us, and like, all right.
Yeah. So we come.
That's not even part of our, like, it's our land. Obviously, Hawaii's a state, but like it's not our homeland. Like if you think about it, it's like, I don't know. It's so far out there. It's like, yeah, it's. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that, but
human nature is just so wide. It's a interesting thing to think about when you just realize, like, we're the only things in this entire crazy globe, a speck of dust that's capable of self-thought.
Just spinning. It just spins. We're just spinning around.
Kindness,
like
the opposite of like violence and aggressiveness is kindness and caringness and love, and we're capable of such.
Love is the craziest one of those if you think about it.
No
no other animal on Earth experiences love like how human does.
Yeah, and be able to express it like we can, and
because other animals, especially mammals, love is just mating. But for humans, it gets closer than that. And I wish
it's a spiritual thing.
I should pull it up, but the modern wisdom episode that I most recently was like watching and like really listening to was like all the ones about love and like how our brains work in love and stuff, and comparing it to everything. It's crazy. Like love is the best feeling you can ever experience.
But also the worst.
It can be. It for sure can be. But like, I will never regret anyone I've ever loved.
Yeah.
It's like an insane feeling, and I guess I'll say I love it. I don't know. Like, it's great.
And I think human beings can feel passion and love. And I think that's why, like, yeah, we're going.
Oh, you're good. I got a text.
And like, I think human beings can feel it. They can genuinely feel passion and love, and I think that's why some.
Problem is people are scared though.
Some like things like this, some succeed and some don't, and that's why like when I see like someone I know or someone like fresh starting like a TikTok or something that's creative and out there, but you feel no love. You don't. I don't. That's what pisses me off. And I shouldn't judge, but I judge it because I'm hearing it and I'm like, there is no passion in this. What does this person think there's going to happen when they're clearly only doing this because there's no passion. They're clearly doing it for another motive. And like, how are people going to relate and like that? Like, and that's why like someone like Joe Rogan who says the same shit over and over again is so passionate and so intense with everything he does that people love it.
It still hits.
Yeah, it's still every single time he can say the same thing over, and he's like, oh my, it's like he's saying it for the first time because he's just so ingrained in passion that you feel it from it. And it pisses me off when I see somebody who's posting something and there's just no passion behind it. And I think like I really hope that like it's a crazy thing that can transcend anything. And it's just crazy that we're the ones that feel it, but we're the ones that don't show it the most out of like fuck, like what are we doing? Like it's so weird how stupid and how insanely smart humanity is. Like how are we so dumb to have wars, poverty, hunger? Like we legitimately every world issue or anything in this world could be solved 110% it just requires us to work together, and it's like
And
almost like
people
an
are so
impossible.
stubborn. People are so stubborn.
It's like
and egotistical, like crazy.
Well,
It's
ego's
insane. Ego's insane.
the ego's it, but
and the
like
power,
it's-
ego and power. I mean, that's just our bloodline, though. That's how people have always been, though. If you look at like all the way down to like Roman
But you
Empire,
have to think
all
how
those,
how much
Alexander the Great, all these people, all they want is power and women.
how much have we progressed since then? We progressed so much,
Exactly.
and
No,
I
I
think
know,
it's
I'm just
a
saying that's why.
humanity's a slow burn, but
Yeah.
it's crazy that we just don't, like, in this modern age when we know everything's possible at our fingertips, that we're just like, you know what? Let's just go bomb Pakistan.
Yeah.
Hey, we're Israel. Let's just go fucking kill. Let's go bomb a child hospital. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Like, what do you gain from that?
We
Like,
could.
do you sleep good that night?
Yeah.
Like, do you go home and like, are you happy that night?
Like, we could completely eradicate all war, all poverty, all disease.
Yeah.
But we're just fucking. And then I'm like, also like, with it, like, people controlling the world, I think there's no way someone's controlling, because why like what's the point of controlling the world? And then especially if you're going to die at the end, it doesn't fucking matter if you control the world or not. And then, like, why would they just cause all this unnecessary harm? That's like, it's just so weird how we exist in this plane of just
Spinning ball.
space,
Spinning ball.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
middle of nowhere. Like, why?
and we're nothing
Yeah.
compared to the infinite, like,
Reality
space
stuff.
out there, like, and yet we're deciding to not make it good.
know.
We're choosing. We're literally choosing to make it bad. And I think that it's such I think nurture, how someone is raised, is everything besides the few, like, exceptions where you're born unnatural, like, you're just it's unfortunate, but you're born just fucked up, like, you know, like the people that are killed cats and shit, and they have a loving mother and father, and they kill cats and then they kill children at the when they're adult. Like, that's obviously you're gonna have exceptions
Dahmer.
to the rule.
Like Jeffrey
Yeah,
Dahmer.
you're gonna have exceptions, but
That show was insane, by the way.
yeah, I know. What is holding us back to nothing? That's the crazy. We're like a mime. We're like a mime, like fucking beating on the box. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
like a but there's nothing there. We're like
Yeah.
miming a wall that we can't pass, but it's nothing's there, and it's just ourselves. And that's why I think, like, if you raise everybody perfectly, of course you're gonna have a variety.
But it's needed. It's very much needed.
If you raise someone as healthy as possible, we're going to be fine. Like, because like the hatred, especially with Pakistan versus India, that's fucking taught. That's fucking that's absorbed through the complex hours of information we input as children that recognize patterns, and we recognize the pattern that, oh, this guy's bad because mommy and daddy and the news and all this, everybody says so, and so we have hours of that input of that pattern
so
recognition.
You become 18, join the military, and now you're participating.
Yeah, and now you're killing those people. I mean, that's why we gave these slurs to people we fight in wars. I mean, towel heads.
Yeah.
You dehumanize them a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's just so fucking. I don't know. I just get frustrated because of, like, how repetitive and just stupid. And now, segue: 100 men versus a gorilla. 100
Oh
men.
my god, I'm heavy on the 100 men.
Yeah, 100 men.
100 men.
People are fucking stupid if they think
if you
a
think a gorilla is beating 100 men, you just need to find help.
Do you want? We were in dirt.
100 of me could beat a gorilla. All right.
Yeah, probably.
All it takes.
Probably.
I weigh 150 pounds. Bring calculator out real quick. Bring calculator out. All right. I'm 150 something pounds. We'll say 155. Do 155.
Yeah.
Multiply me by 50. How much does that weigh?
7,700. But
You're telling me 50 of us jump on this gorilla all at the same time? We're not tackling it, and the other 50 of us can just kick the head in? Like, come on.
No, I think a gorilla can fucking just.
You think
throw
a gorilla
off.
can throw off 7,000 pounds?
I
then-
think.
then do
but you have to pile on him at
Then
the
add
same
25
time.
more.
But
of
you have
me.
to. But you
Oh
have
yeah, it's all timing.
But yeah, you
it's
have
all
to,
timing. All timing.
I
and
don't
teamwork.
think when we were hunter gatherer, we were endurance. We more than anything are endurance animals.
Mm-hmm.
More so than, like, most creatures on this planet. Yeah. Like, that's how. Before we used our intelligence.
Why do you think people run marathons? We're runners. Yeah. Humans are runners.
Yeah.
A marathon is named after a guy who the distance is because this guy ran for 26 miles to announce a war. That's why it's called a marathon, named after him. And he ran that far. Like, that's what it is. So it's not like a normal thing. It's like
before humans developed their intelligence, they they were endurance hunters. Like, they chased animals for miles upon miles and waited for exhaustion. They exhausted the animals. And that's how we hunted. We were exhaustion hunters. And the gorilla, sure, it's huge. It's going to take out at least 10 to 20. Oh, yeah. But you have to think about how big it is. I mean, the bigger something is, the more energy is needed. The law of thermodynamics. Oh, yeah. I say that like I know what it is, but I know it's as it correlates to energy used, energy burnt, like mass, something like that.
Calories in, calories
Yeah, something like that. I fucking say a big word and I don't know what it means. But something so huge, it's going to run out of steam way faster than something twice. That's why, I mean, why the best marathon runners are like 100 pounds soaking wet. Yeah. I mean, so. For sure. So, like, that gorilla's going to run out of steam real quick.
I just don't really get how much it's much of a debate. Like, yeah, a gorilla's a gorilla, but, like, 100 humans is insane. Yeah. We got the brains. 100 humans got the brains.
We can plan.
We'll outsmart it. We can plan it.
Yeah, we can have tactics. Well, the gorilla can't. Oh, yeah. And,
20, we'll just, hit it from all angles. It's not Donkey Kong.
I don't know. I don't even know how people think a gorilla can do it. Like, I know they're huge, but they don't realize, like, how much energy it takes for them to do that shit. Like,
and if it was a T-Rex, we're on something.
Well, that's because those are so big that
they can step on they can step on the whole crowd.
That even if we try, like, you can't really do anything when it's that big. But a gorilla's only.
What else you got? Let's speed run the topics.
What else? We gotta be.
Yeah, what else you got? I'm just interested in what else you wrote down.
When I was a kid, I used to pretend, because my dad, he would drink occasionally, but he's not alcoholic. But he would, like, come down when I was a kid and lay in bed with me, and we would just talk, like, and I would. And so, like, one night when I was alone, I was like, what happens if he rolls on to me when he's drunk and I can't wake him up? So I was just sitting there. I was sitting there at night screaming into my pillow, pretending my dad was on top of me. I swear to God. I was pretending I was pretending my dad was on top of me, crushing me, and that he's too drunk to wake up. And my stepmom comes in, she's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. It's like, okay, thought I heard screaming. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. I was literally just screaming. I was like, I was literally screaming. I was at the top of my lungs into my pillow.
No way.
I don't know what I was fucking thinking. I was just like, I'm like, if he rolls on top of me, this is the only option I have.
You were practicing?
Yeah, just in case he's trying to almost suffocate me. Honestly,
that was it. That's what you wrote down.
No, I wrote down a couple more, but I don't think funny. There's much. I think I'll save it for later. Okay. But I think this was a pretty good episode.
Hour 20. Damn, I did not know it was that long. What time is it? Oh my God, that's beautiful.
I know. So I gotta get ready for work here soon. But
me as well.
Thank you, Benjamin.
It's been a pleasure.
This was a very good podcast. I'll see everybody later.